Long answer type questions of A Tale of Two Birds. Question 1. How did the Rishi explain the different ways in which the birds behaved? The Rishi smiled and explained the different ways in which the birds behaved by saying, after all, one is known by the company he keeps. The first bird has always heard the talk of robbers, imitates them, and talks about robbing people. The other bird repeats what he always heard and so welcomes people to the ashram. Question 2. Why was the king amazed? The king was amazed to see a big brown bird near a cave calling out to the robbers to come quickly and rob the king of his jewels and horse. He was amazed a second time again when he reached a rishi's ashram and saw another similar big brown bird gently welcoming him and asking him to make himself comfortable. Question 3. How did different company affect the character and behavior of the two birds? The two birds were brothers, but they got separated when a storm blew. One came down near a cave where robbers lived. The other landed outside a rishi's ashram. The former learned the language of the robbers. The latter learned to welcome the strangers sweetly. Thus, their company shaped their behavior. Question 4. What misfortune did the bird family meet? The mother bird and two baby birds met with a misfortune. There was a big storm with thunder and lightning and rain. The wind blew down many trees. The tree in which the birds lived was also uprooted. The mother bird died and the baby birds were separated from each other. Question 5. One is known by the company one keeps. Do you agree? Give reasons. Answer: yes, I agree that one is known by the company one keeps because here in this story, the bird that lived in the company of the robbers learned to talk about robbing the people. The other bird who lived in the company of rishis repeated what he heard from him about welcoming people warmly. Question 6. How did the king encounter with those birds in the forest? When the king came to the forest to hunt, he followed a deer, and while chasing him, he lost his way. He became tired and sat under a tree to have some rest. All of a sudden, a brown bird called robbers to take his jewels away. He was shocked and became afraid and ran away from the place. The king reached the ashram and sat down under another tree to take the rest. A bird welcomed him and asked him to take rest and had to have some water and make himself comfortable. The king came to know that the bird looked like the same brown bird. The bird told the king that the brown bird was his brother and lived with robbers. Thus the king encountered those birds in the forest. Question 7. What is your opinion on the idea that a person is known by the company he keeps? Support your answer with arguments. It is true that a person is known by the company he keeps. So is clear in the story also. In the story, the two birds got separated due to a strong wind, and one lived with robbers and the other stayed outside an ashram. They were brought up in their own places due to the bad company. The first bird imitated the robbers as it learned bad things from them. It talked about robbing and harming people, while the second bird repeated what it learned at the ashram and talked about helping people. It welcomed the king and offered him water and requested him to take rest as the king was extremely tired. Thus, both the birds behaved extremely differently, though they looked the same due to difference in their upbringing. Thus, it is true that we should have a good company. Thank you.